All right, everyone. Today we are going to go over the step in your project where you're actually going to be creating a Google Earth presentation that you are going to be adding to your slides to at least one of your World War II book pages. Perhaps for some of your projects, it might make sense to do more than one of these. It is overall pretty intuitive once you do it once, but I will go through here how to add the different locations to your Google Earth, and eventually how to record it and add it to your Google Slides. So as you can see, I kind of already have it hovering over Middletown High School South for us. What we are going to use as an example today is actually going to be the Triangle Shirtwaist Fire and some of the different locations in relationship to that. So, for some of you, when you are working on your World War II book project, you're going to have multiple locations that you are going to want to include in your Google Earth. For some of you, it might be 2 to 3. For some of you, it might even be more than that. That's totally fine. It will allow you to add as many as you want, which is nice. And as it kind of jumps around from place to place, it looks cool visually. So the first place that I am actually going to want to add to our map for this example is going to be Ellis Island. So what I'm going to do to get to that point is on the left-hand side, you should see this toolbar. And I'm going to go for that little search toolbar icon, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just going to type in Ellis Island. You'll notice almost right away that this functions very similarly to anything with Google. It's very intuitive, kind of figures out what you are looking for before you even finish typing it in. So you can see it's giving me an overhead view of Ellis Island here. And you'll see on the right-hand side that it's actually going to give me this little blurb about Ellis Island right away. And you're going to see an option to add to project. So that is going to be how you actually start your Google Earth presentation, is by clicking that Add to Project button. Once you do that, you're going to see that you're going to have this pop up that says Save to Project. The place title, I can't really think of an example where you would want to change the place title. For as far as adding to project, this is going to be important so you can keep track in your own drive of what it is exactly you're creating here. So I am going to create a new project title for this, and I am going to call it Triangle Shirtwaist Fire. And I'm going to save that. On the left-hand side now, you'll see that it auto-saves to your Google Drive, which is nice. It's also helpful for adding it to Google Slides eventually. So the next location on our map that I'm going to want to add to this is going to be the Tenement Museum, which is in Lower Manhattan. As I said before, you'll see as I kind of start to type it in, it automatically pops up. And you'll see that it's going to pop me right over there. And you can see now it's kind of circling where that red pin is, if you will. You can zoom in on these locations as well, just as you would on any computer or any map, and you can kind of take a closer look at it. All right, so that's what it looks like today, the Tenement Museum. Same thing as before, you're going to click Add to Project. Again, the place title should probably say the same, and then you're going to just want to make sure that you do add it to the correct project. In my case, it's going to be Triangle Shirtwaist Fire. I'm going to save that, and then you'll see it kind of zooms back out for us. So the last location that I want to add to this map is actually going to be the building where the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory stood. You'll see, once again, pops right up for me. And it's going to shoot me over there. Same thing as before. You can certainly click, you can zoom in just as you would on any map to see what exactly it looks like. You're going to go for that Add to Project, Save, and then you have your 3 locations. Right? You can see that they're on the left-hand side here. If for whatever reason you wanted to change the order of them, for example, if I wanted to see the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory before the museum, you can just click and drag it so you can change up the order. Okay. Let me switch those back so my recording makes sense. And when you actually go to record your Google Earth for your slides, you're going to want to use this present feature. A couple of things before we do that I want to point out. Hopefully, you notice at the top that you can share this with your group members, which is helpful. There's a reload button here if you want to just delete it and start over. You can also edit the title or even edit any of these location titles if you felt like that was necessary. So this is automatically saved to your drive, but once you go for that recording feature, you're going to want to hit present, and you'll see that it's going to start us at the top here with Ellis Island. At the bottom, it acts similar to Google Slides, where you're just going to want to click through it as you go to each location. So make sure that that timing syncs up with your speaking part when we actually get to that audio recording. And that is how you go about creating your Google Earth. I'm going to create another video which shows you how to actually add it to your Google Slides.